Shall we start? Yes. First few minutes, if you have questions, doubts, anything, let me clarify, then I'll lead you into the process. I'm going to intensely awaken the mother energy in all of you. See, mother energy is the most powerful energy in the system, which is responsible for your kundalini. So I'm going to awaken the mother energy in you, which is, the other name is Kundalini Shakti. It will bring a lot of completion and transformation. Yes, now I'll answer your questions. Come
yes.
on.
Can you elaborate a little bit on the significance of yesterday's Diksha and the need not to remove the Rudraksha?
Yes. See, yes, yesterday's Diksha, it's called Samaya Diksha, where the mantra is put in your system. Today, through this process, I'll put that in your very biomemory. So even in the dream, your throat center will be vibrating with this mantra. It will become automatic. Actually, yesterday, whoever received mantra, they have to practice. But for you guys, it will become automatic, because in the Shivoham process, I am going to insert that into your biomemory, like a seed. Why this Rudraksha, there? The mantra vibrates in the throat only. So this gets energized. And whenever your body, mind goes to low energy, this supplies energy and pulls you up, raises you up. That is why you are requested not to remove it. It is a very powerful way of protecting yourself from negative energy, negative people, negative biomemory, panic attack.
And can I change the necklace, or should I?
You can
keep
change
the
it to
original?
necklace, it will be good.
Okay.
Then,
Swamiji, I had this Gauri Shankar energized by you a couple of years ago.
you can just add this locket into the Gauri Shankar. That's enough.
Okay.
Swamiji,
Which side?
Date side.
Go ahead.
Swamiji, I am suffering with fever, cold,
I'll heal you.
and motions also.
I'll heal it.
A small red spot.
I understand. I'll heal it.
Sarvanya Beta side, Swamiji.
Mm.
What is the power of the prayer, Swamiji? Suppose, like in person, if I keep on calling my daughter, come to inner awakening, come to 100 times, like with a deep thing, remotely only, if we keep praying for that, will it have effect?
Understand. Prayer. Even while you are doing, if you are clear, you are one with them, with the energy with whom you are praying. Sohamasmi. See, day before yesterday. Day before yesterday or yesterday? No, day before yesterday. Day before yesterday, I explained that Upanishad verse. Did you hear that?
Yes, Swamiji.
So, with that context of Sohamasmi, if you pray, that's the best way of sending an intention or making an intention into reality.
Okay, Swamiji.
But if you are praying from the attitude of a beggar and all powerful, God is all powerful, I am a beggar, in that attitude, your prayers may not be answered, even if it is answered, not good for you.
Swamiji, generally, I think my daughter was like as Meenakshi energy only. Like that only I've been thinking for more than a year like that.
No. If you think that will not become reality, keep quiet. So be very clear.
The
To
one
whom you are praying? Are you praying to your daughter or to Meenakshi?
to both.
Your daughter is not worthy of prayer. You are confused. Understand?
Okay, Meenakshi.
Meenakshi only is worthy of prayer.
Correct, Swamiji.
And she is you.
Okay, Swamiji.
You and Meenakshi are from same source.
Okay, Swamiji.
With this attitude, send the intention to Meenakshi. She will make what needs to happen inside your daughter. She will be awakened. If you think your daughter is Meenakshi and all these cranky thoughts, you will write only that stupid poems which you are putting in the Facebook. Even after 3 times me telling, you did not get a sense. You are only going to go crazy with your stupid poetry concepts.
Okay, sir.
Understand that.
Yes. The marriage ceremony was very electrifying. I had a question about the 3 priests. What is the significance of the 3 different turbans?
The priest was sitting and in the front of fire is the Karta, Acharya. So the turban he was wearing represents Sadashiva's 5 faces. The 2 priests were sitting below Mahadeva and Devi. The person who was sitting below Mahadeva represents Mahadeva and he is wearing the king's turban. And the person who was sitting next below the Devi, he was wearing a turban which is like a hairdo, the queen's hairdo. So understand? So people were sitting under the Mahadeva and Devi, they represent Mahadeva and Devi and conduct ritual. Actually the Mahadeva was invoked in him, in that priest. You would have seen that this priest who does the ritual will go and invoke do prana pratishtha. Invoke Shiva in one priest and Devi in one priest, so that both of them can enact the whole marriage and show us.
Thank you. What made Meenakshi come down to earth that particular time?
Usually, the prayers, sincere yearning of devotees makes Lord to assume the human body to initiate them. See, Mahadeva does 5 work: creation, maintenance, destruction, putting people in illusion, and liberating. In this 5 work, first 4 work does not need your cooperation. To create you, you don't need to cooperate. To maintain you, you don't need to cooperate. To destroy you, you don't need to cooperate. To put you in illusion, you don't need to cooperate. For this 4 work, we don't ask for your concern. We don't ask for your signature. But this 5th work of liberating, you need to cooperate. Because man need to cooperate, he has to assume human body to inspire you, to educate you, to cajole you, to excite you, and give you that experience. The 5th work, liberation, needs to be done only by assuming the human form, so he assumes human form. Devi, so many people were praying for her to come down and liberate. So she assumed the body of Meenakshi. She did not even stay in the mother's womb like a regular birth. She straight walked out of the fire. She did not, see, her body was not just ordinary physical body, it was Divya Sharira. She straight walked out of fire. She did not stay in mother's womb or regular conceiving way. She did not get conceived and was delivered. She just walked out of fire. The Homa was done. Putrakameshti Homa means the fire ritual for having a child. And she walked out of that fire.
Does that mean more and more people are going to be praying earnestly for enlightenment, so there more gods will come down?
Yes, naturally.
Thank you.
Swamiji follows tradition to that extent, and the agamas to that extent. There was actually, we had kept a garland for Swamiji, which was actually flown in from Bangalore. And when we offered the garland along with the traditional Purnakumbha, Swamiji asked, does Mahadeva say that an acharya who should initiate, should he wear the garland? He said, then Amba Swami said, no, Swamiji, it is not written specifically that the acharya should wear. Then Swamiji said, if Mahadeva has not said it, I will not wear it. That garland was made on the 16th. It was flown on the 17th here in the flight. And it was kept for Swamiji, so he can wear it on the Diksha. To that extent,
in the manual it is not instructed as per Mahadeva, then no need, leave it. And same way you would have seen me wearing yesterday big gold belt. Hmm? So you will not see me ordinarily wearing all that. But there is an instruction I should wear. So that is why I wore. So, and not only that, before ending I actually announced twice. Is there anybody
We announced,
missed it?
yes,
Please
Swamiji.
come, please come.
Yes, Swamiji.
Did you all hear that announcement?
Yes, yes.
We announced. Only then I completed. All right, I'll see to it that mantra is put inside you.
Swamiji,
There are some things in my discretion, I'll do that. But there are some things which I don't cross the tradition. So,
Actually, Jnanaswami Swami. Ma, can you pass the mic to Jnanaswami
Yeah.
Swami?
By the time we came to know that she's not here,
Ah.
then we sent a message to the room, then we sent people to look for her. But unfortunately, by the time we reached here, then it got worse. Swamiji. We also took steps to...
and we announced twice.
Yes, Swamiji.
Twice we announced. Is there anybody missed? Please come, please come.
Swamiji,
Now, I also wanted to share, Swamiji, the way Swamiji wants us to adhere to the tradition, the whole Meenakshi Trikalyanam all of us saw today, he wants it exactly the way the marriage happened at the time of Sundareshwara and Meenakshi.
See, there is a
which
book called Leela Arnava. In the Leela Arnava book, there is a clear description how the whole thing happened. We follow exactly and repeat the whole thing exactly.
And these kind of flowers, we actually don't get it in Varanasi. Varanasi
Actually, these flowers you won't get it in Varanasi. It is flown from Bangalore. All the flowers, garlands are flown from Bangalore by flight.
today is actually the 18th of October. The flowers were bought.
இங்க இந்த பூ கிடைக்காதுங்க. நார்த்தில் இந்த பூ கிடையாது. இங்க வந்து சாமந்தி தான். ஆகமத்தப்படி சாமந்தி போட மாட்டோம் திருமேனி மேல. ஸோ அதனால அங்கிருந்து வந்தது எல்லாமே.
The flowers were bought on the 15th. The mala was made on the 16th. All of them were flown in the ship, in flight by air cargo on the 17th. So they can be in the marriage on the 18th. All the flowers. Because this is the way it is traditionally done. And even the mala, the flower, the color and the way the mala has to be tied only the way it is done in Madurai. So to that extent, Swamiji is very, very, very particular about following the scriptures and the agama.
All right. Anything else?
Yes, stage side, stage.
Go ahead.
Two questions. The first one, for the necklace, do we even wear it when we sleep?
Yes. 24 hours.
It won't keep us
Nothing.
awake?
No. Don't worry.
Okay.
Because the throat, even in the dream, the waves will be flowing in the flow of mantra.
Perfect, thank you.
Now actually, especially when I awaken, see, today we are going to work on Trigona Mandala. It's a triangle. And tonight onwards, we will be working on Sri Yantra. It's a very complicated 43 triangles. So when that energy is invoked in you, your whole brain grooves will get aligned to this sacred geometry, which awakens all the non-mechanical parts of your brain. See, brain has two parts, two components. Mechanical parts, which takes care of your lungs, your blood flow, your heart pumping, your kidney, your breathing. The part of your brain which controls all these parts, all these actions are called mechanical parts. It's a mechanical activity. There is something else, non-mechanical parts. Ability to send a thought and receive a thought. Ability to make your thought into reality. Ability to experience the higher consciousness. That is called non-mechanical parts of the brain. And the modern day medicine has no idea, no clue, no technique, no method to activate that non-mechanical parts of the brain. Neither psychology nor the allopathy medicine, the modern day, no therapy, no method, they were able to awaken the non-mechanical parts of the brain. Only the ancient, the Vedic tradition has the methodology to awaken the non-mechanical parts of the brain. This third eye awakening and all is under the non-mechanical parts of the brain. So when geometry, sacred geometry is awakened in your brain. So did you see that sound documentary on sound, cymatics?
No, I didn't, but.
You didn't?
No.
No, I think you should show that now, immediately. It's a few minutes documentary. Appa? Cymatics. See, the sound can organize and create a clear pattern in your brain. This pattern which we are going to work from tonight, this actually it's a preparation. This triangle. Tonight you are going to work on 43 triangle pattern. If that pattern is awakened in your brain, all that sleeping parts of your brain will be awakened. That is what is Kundalini awakening and awakening the non-mechanical parts of the brain. This whole process awakens the multiple powers in you, which is not usually available for common man.
So even when they say they make all these discoveries in neuroscience and neuroplasticity, they're still not touching.
Nothing.
They're not.
All of it is only skin deep.
Okay. Thank you.
Mechanical parts.
Okay.
Just mechanical parts. And moreover, most of the so-called researchers are only how to maintain you, not to even cure you. I am telling you.
Okay, thank you.
Say, a cured patient is a customer lost for pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
No, true.
Unfortunately, that's
Unfortunately.
very true. Yes. The other part of my question, or my other question, is everything we're doing is about healing. And so sometimes
It is not just physical healing alone.
Yeah, like
Physiological, psychological, conscious, all.
Like, yeah, very much on our cognition and our, muscle memory, biomemory, all that. But okay, so we're going to experience the female healing energy. Now, sometimes, let's say I have a headache. Maybe that headache is caused by negative thoughts.
Headache is usually caused by inability to cope up with the decisions you need to make.
Okay. So let's say that's my situation, and sometimes I do have a headache. Okay, so I ask you to heal me, or that what we do today heals me. Well, if I don't change my resistance, then
what I am saying, the healing is done. If it is done superficially, if you don't change your thinking pattern, it will come back. But in the Shivogam process, whatever healing is done, it changes the very core you cognize.
Okay.
So it never comes back. Even this thought pattern will not come back.
Okay.
Because I am touching the very biomemory. I am working on your very biomemory.
So the body doesn't have to up the pain for
Don't
you
worry.
to cognize. Okay, thank you.